Hey everybody, this is Popthatcorn14 here. This will be my 5th video review coming back. Today we're going to be tackling a level by happygav123. The level is called Yoshi's Colorful Canyon and it's in Construct. There is no description, so with that out of the way, we'll go ahead and get into the level. This doesn't have a description either, so let's go ahead and get started. This will take a second to load. I see we have the Yoshi's Island music. Oh, well, that's great. What a great introduction, ladies and gentlemen. I already die. Wow. This is a great start to the video. Wow. You know, I was out and about today. Wow. Look, there's no excuse for how I'm playing right now. I suck. Like, there's nothing else to say about it. Okay, so you can see right away that, like, the visuals of this level look very unique. Like, just, you know, you can already tell. It kind of feels traditional right now. I like how you have, like, the cherry blossoms and clouds. I'm guessing these are, like, hills? I don't know. In case you guys couldn't tell, I have a huge skill issue. I'm very bad at this game. Ooh, that's cool. I like that. So, basically tells you can go up and down. If you see any flip switch blocks, give it a bonk and watch it create a bridge right in front of your very eyes. Nice, I look forward to that. Actually, these challenges you will see are pretty cool. This is the block I still need to learn how to utilize better. I mean, one critique I do have about this level, maybe it's just because I don't know how to review traditional levels. I don't know, it just feels pretty flat. I don't know. That's just my critique. I mean, I know it's not like trying to go overboard and whatnot. I don't really like this section, honestly. Those don't feel interactive at all, these Koopas. Oh, you can go here. That's right. This is for a Dragon Coin. I do like the Dragon Coin placements, though. They're very good. And then, basically how you get that Dragon Coin. Remember, you can't hit the run button. I always fail to do that. But yeah, I guess kind of talking about me a little bit. I got to see my grandparents today, so I was kind of visiting them today. I don't often get to see them because, with the job I had, I would always wake up at like 4, or not 4. I'd wake up at like 3 p.m., which was like very late. I'm trying to like, I got laid off in my job, so like for me, I'm just like trying to like adjust my schedule a little bit, kind of like to wake up sooner. I was in training, so, you know, there was like so much I had to learn, but in the end, they didn't really want to have me. So, it's like been a process for me lately. So, I should have more time to do this kind of moving forward, but we'll see. Because at the job I had, I was basically working like 48-hour weeks, like work weeks. Let's get up here real quickly. Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to do. Wait, can you... What's the point of that? I'm not gonna lie, what's the point of that if you have Yoshi? I think this is more so an oversight, because, like, you can just, like, hit Yoshi here, and then you can just, like, skip it. I mean, that's if you don't want Yoshi, but, you know, there's, like, I have 2 Yoshi, I mean, nah, you couldn't do it, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, it's, like, personally for me, I've been recently, becoming more active in this community, so, like, I probably shouldn't go down there. So, I'm just like, you know, because, like, I have so many ideas I want to share to everybody, and, you know, one of the things I have been doing lately is reviewing levels, so, like, for me, it's like, how do I go about doing it? Because, like, I'm not perfect at reviewing levels, and I'm sure you guys are fully aware of that. Nobody's perfect. I like the coin trail, by the way, it's pretty cool. So, it's like, that's, like, one of the things, like, one of the reasons why I'm trying to video review a little more. It's like, it helps me understand, like, how to do it. Also, am I going the wrong way? What am I doing? Oh, I was supposed to go up here. Whoops. I got so zoned out by my talking. But I personally just wanted to say that for reviewing levels, I'd say the weakest levels for me, like my weak point, are traditional levels. I don't know how to review traditional levels fully. Like, there's actually so much I have to learn about them. I kind of wish this stayed activated when you came back down, but yeah. I don't know if you can do anything about that. Oh, we got the Bowser fight. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. But can I do that? I cannot absorb his fire. Wow. This sucks. Also, Yoshi's Island is... I love the music. It's hard. Like, this song that you chose here is incredible. Like, I'm really a fan of the music here. I can tell this guy's a Yoshi's Island fan. Not gonna lie, this fight's kind of boring. Also, I just don't like how you just have Bowser staying still. I mean, yeah, I guess in certain situations it works, but... I mean, yeah, I mean, he does have his fireballs and sledgehammers he throws. It's just... that's all you're doing. I don't know, I mean... a lot of it's just waiting. That's like the thing I have a problem with. Is that it? Yeah, there we go. Did we beat it? Oh yeah, we beat it. Okay. Not a bad level, actually. Anyway, go ahead and talk about the actual level itself. Give me a sec. So yeah, personally, I really did enjoy this level, and I think one of the things that really carried this level was the visuals, because it's not often you stumble across levels that try to, you know, change up the visuals like this, and it looks very unique. So I think you did really well all around, and it does, like, look creative. Like, it does look like it is appropriate in the positions and the places that you put them in, and I think it has a nice flow with the level. I mean, sure, there's probably more you could have done, but I mean, the level was pretty straightforward. You know, the ideas were there, and it was very easy to understand for any player that was getting into this level. I think my biggest gripe, especially with this section, is just how flat and open it feels. Not often this is a bad thing, especially, you know, with your design. I mean, maybe you don't want it to be that way. It's just that some areas, like where you have your enemies and whatnot, don't feel as engaging as they should be. So, like, you could argue, like, with this section, right? I think this is a point where you just kind of focus more on your visuals and less on your actual challenges and gameplay. So that's debatable. It kind of depends what you're doing here. One of the things I do like about this section, because a lot of people, I don't know about a lot, but, like, you know, back then when I would review levels in Super Mario Flash, a lot of people would overload their scenery and it would make the level look worse. So what I like what you did here is you did have scenery, you know, like, it felt appropriate for each section in each area you put it in, but you didn't overdo it either. So I'm really glad you're able to understand that. One of the things personally for me is when I put scenery in my levels, I kind of like to make it look natural, so that way it corresponds and fits with the theme level and the attire. That's kind of one of the styles I go for. Just want to point out also that you do have some very creative Dragon Coin placements, and they actually do make you go out of your way. So I think Dragon Coin placement, what you did with them, they excelled pretty well at this level. Like, even this one too. Like, sure, maybe it's not like that interactive in this room. I mean, it doesn't have to be. Like, the transition in the setup with Get here was actually not bad at all, and there was proper indication when it came to that. This section also touched up very nicely on its visuals, and it didn't overdo them or overcomplicate them. I think, actually, it may have been a little more complicated than the land, but that's open for debate. I'm just talking about, like, with the ceiling. So honestly, I just like the transitions you have, and I think this section right here, there's an oversight. So I think with, like, some of your challenges, I think maybe you could have revamped them. Not all are bad necessarily, and, you know, I mean, I feel like there's more you could have done. I mean, not just like with, like, this, for instance, but I feel like your challenges, like, they're great for what they go for, but if I'm being honest, I don't feel like they're as interactive as they should be. And like I mentioned, like with the first area, it just kind of felt flat and open. That's open for debate, but I think with what you're going for here, I do think you should strive to come up with better gameplay ideas instead of just placing enemies down as you feel like it. Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to word this because, like, take this section for instance. It's like, I don't know, it's just like some of your ideas just got pretty repetitive, and I think that's like one of the things this level really does fail with is, I mean, because it does, like, I think if you actually incorporated these platform ideas more and you touched up on them a lot more, I think this level would have done a lot better. And so I think for that reason, this level is like being held back because like there is ideas, but I just don't think you touched up on them or did enough with them. And finally, the boss fight. I didn't really enjoy this fight, if I'm being honest. I just don't think it was that engaging with the player. I mean, music really does slap. I mean, music is a big bonus, and actually, I mean, it made a boring fight more interesting. I mean, the fight itself wasn't interesting at all. It's just, I enjoyed the music. I just don't like how you couldn't interact with Bowser at all. Like, I know you throw shells at him, but like he doesn't move around in your area. So it just doesn't feel as engaging as it should be. I mean, I'm not going to argue without Bowser being in a level, especially if you want to end your level off like that. I don't know, it just, I don't like its transition into it, and I just think you could have done more with this idea instead of just having a flat area where you just throw shells at him and avoid his fireballs and sledgehammers. It just didn't feel like you did much with this idea either. So yeah, overall, I think I'm going to rate this one a 4 out of 5. I would rate it higher, it's just that I feel like a lot of your areas are pretty flat, and they failed to expand upon the ideas. So, you have great ideas in this level, and especially with like the design, it's very unique for this level you're going for here. I just think it's very lacking when it comes to being like more challenging, more engaging to the player. So I think that's like a big gripe from me. If it weren't for your creative design and your ideas, I would definitely rate this lower. But I think they really help carry this level. And I think, like, I think personally for me, like, let's say, like, my rating. So, like, I think a 4 minimum is, like, passable for, like, a good level in my eye. And, to be honest, I think this is a good level. But I think there's just, like, so much lacking, and there could just be so much more you could have incorporated. So, that's just my thoughts. I think it was fantastic what you did with the design, and I think it like helped flow with the level and the platform challenges themselves, like especially with the dragon coins. I liked how you incorporated them. They offered some unique areas to go to in part of the level, and I just like the transition and the progression that they helped with the level. They actually feel incentivizing and rewarding to get. Sometimes if you have a level that's like really harder or whatever, you have like really tedious dragon coin placements, they're not going to be, you're not going to feel the same reward and same risk to get them. So I think you did a great job with that. I just think personally for this level, there's just so much more you could have done with your ideas. And I think it's really lacking in that category. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and give you a 4 out of 5. And I will definitely play more of your levels in the future. I've heard a lot of good things about this guy anyway. Anyway, Happy Gav, I'm glad you posted this level, and I really enjoyed the idea you had going for here. It's just that I think you do need to improve upon your direction. Anyway, with that said, that is my 5th video review, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you're at, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Until then.